Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so part 3 has been uploaded and you can catch that on Webtoons. The link is in the description, and I'll show you what I've got so far, what I'm working on. Let's go ahead and pop this open. And so part 2 will begin pretty much at the E-Club. And here is, I have to condense it because I need to get through this entire thing, and I'm only barely, I don't think I'm even halfway through it. So now I'm going to have to combine a couple of my chapters together. So this panel's got to go. This one is what I worked on this weekend, and I just went ham on all these textures and stuff. So I'm like queen of the texture brush, and it pays off because everybody looks unique. Only thing is that it just was time consuming to upload like 20 or 30 brushes. I just went crazy with brushes. And then I had to do research on just different outfits, different hairstyles. And when it comes to styling the people and stuff, I just don't have the time to work on the backgrounds, which is really troubling. This is like one of the things in the background that I love. It's a nun in kind of like a Fashion Nova outfit inside a giant skull. And, there's lights on the skull. If this was in color, this is why I kick myself. If I would have kept this in color, this would have been badass. There's speakers in the eyes, speakers on the head. It would have been pretty badass. And then even this character here with the headphones, the Valkyrie headphones, they would have been lit up in different colors too. It just would have been badass. I should have kept it in color. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. So I need to finish up this page right here, where it's pretty much Derek is doing his usual thing. He's scoping out chicks. He's definitely laying on the charm, and the charm frickin' works. And they immediately say yes. So I need to kind of downsize this giant image right here, and bring it in, and Coffee is around, and that's her right there. Let's see. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of my, I have to condense. But this is him finally getting to his new lair. Let me get back to where I was. This is his new lair. It's a motel that's pretty much designed for screamers. Soundproofed rooms. And but almost not soundproof enough, because when Derek gets in there, it's just like there's noise complaints. It's like, we have soundproof rooms, but yet we have a noise complaint on you. It's like, well, I'm sorry, it's just me, me and, that type of thing, kind of looking sheepish and stuff. But I don't have time to show all that building and all that stuff, all that fluff that comes with the story. I have to get rid of. So I have to get to the point where he's got his new lair, he's got his new attack, and how he treats people afterwards. So that's pretty much where I'll be working on. I left you guys off with the monster here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to make the mouth a little bit more obvious, but this morning I wanted to work on this character progression, going towards a doorknob and then realizing that the thing is locked. I won't be able to stay inside these boundaries, so I'm going to probably end up kind of moving things. Right here I have him pretty much grasping the panel. So I think with the grasping of the panel, it makes all the other panels kind of messed up. So that's what I'm going to be working on this morning. And then let's see, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and pop on out and in to what we're working on. All right. Now I've had to take a bunch of shortcuts when it comes to working on my comic. What really sucks is that I don't want to take these shortcuts. It's I think it diminishes it a bit, and I just hate that. Um, and due to the limited amount of panels that I can have, I pretty much left this at what is it called? I do some of the hardcore drawing on another sheet, and then I bring it on over because I just don't have the panel capacity to handle doing a lot of intricate work. Like I can get away with, like once I do these things, I have to merge my layers. There's no grouping here. There's a feature in here that's for grouping, but you know, grouping your layers to kind of keep them organized. But that doesn't work when it comes to limited panels. Um, let's see. I want to give her. Actually, no, there was one that I wanted to work on before this, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and whip this all out because this is where the monster is. So what I'm saying is that, let's see, is that her right hand? I'm trying to think, what hand would she be grasping with? Yeah, I guess that would be her right. So that would be over her face. Yeah, I asked because it's going to have to be over her face. Oops. Downside to drawing with that tool. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to take her face here. I'm going to merge it down with this. I'm going to bring that up, and then I'm going to kind of like stagger it. So it'll be we'll get one more layer, and it'll be, use the rectangle tool. So I'll have her here, and I will tone this to a different tone. Let's see, we'll use white anyway. Oops. Yeah. And then she'll have to be above that one. So she'll be on this layer. So that will be one block. Or, let's see, can I... Let's see. Yeah, I'm coming close to my limit here. Let's see, we'll use black. We'll use my soft brush, or maybe let's try the studio pen. And I want to do the progression of the layers. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. Duplicate. Sassafrazin, Shazinazin. Where were we? Where were we? Bump it. Crap. Oh, well, hell. Okay, I've got to restart the program. Give me one quick second. I'll go ahead and get that going. Just annoying that I have to do that. Okay, let's try it again. You will open, damn you. Technical difficulties. Okay. By the power of Grayskull. Let's try it again. Oh, okay. Screen mirroring, don't let me down. Alright. Alright, I think we're in. Yay! Alright. Okay. Let's try again. Alright. Alright, so we were here. Okay, so I was thinking about duplicating this layer so it'll have this progression. We can have her reaching towards the doorknob, and we'll have this one going towards that, only to find that the top is locked. So I got to figure out how I want to do it. Let's see. Okay, so this one we'll just kind of bring down a little bit. We'll have this one be the doorknob. And then the next one will be the lock. I don't know. Let's see. Because while you're doing this, you're scrolling down. Let's see. So this, let's see if I have another. Yes. Okay. I haven't reached the limit yet. Okay, so I need to bring these down. Let's bring it down a little smaller, because what I want is to have her look like she's reaching through this panel to get to this panel, only to find out that this panel's fucked. Let's see. And I could, let's see, we'll do it like this. And then right here will be the locked door. What can I do for you? Okay, so there we go. Alright. Let's bring that head down. I'm gonna merge these guys together so that one less panel to worry about. Oops. It will still let me have 3. Okay. So we'll make her look this way, so as you scroll, you'll see these panels. I don't want you to scroll any further. So let's do that. And then here will be the lock again. And then what's happening in the window, that, oh, the mirror that's between. All right. Do. Okay, I'm going to use my soft brush. Oh yeah, I was talking about all the brushes that I created. I created like all these brushes here, except for that. Let's see, in textures 1. Was it textures 1? No, textures here. I created all these brushes here over the weekend. just to work on this project. I needed a brush for the railing. I needed just different brushes for the purses, different brushes for the men's shirts, just some lace, and I experimented with different things. If you need to get a little bit more out of your brush, like this one right here, I've got this this type of brush right here. If you're ever creating your own brushes, here's something to keep in mind. In the grain, white is the layer that's going to give you the color. And let's see, when you can change, like say you have like this flower. I have this one flower that I want, but it's black. You can tap this like this, and it inverts it for you. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to do anything special. You just tap it, and it'll invert whatever you have for black and white. Even if you're creating a brush, let me see if I've got a brush I can use. Let's see. Source images, lots and lots of source images. Textures. Now I went online and just went ham finding, I still have to upload all these guys. There's a brush that I wanted to use for the pattern for the wall, and there was a brush I wanted to use for the, for the wallpaper, and then another one that I wanted to use for the blankets. And just to show you that you can invert your brush if it looks funky. We'll use this one for the wallpaper. This one right here. Or, let's see. There was one that I thought, it's just a bunch of roses. Meh. Okay, we'll take this one. This one right here is pretty a good one. It's already white though. Let's see. Yeah, this is not bad. But this one will be pretty for the wallpaper. How about that other one? This one right here. Okay, we'll take this. We'll copy it. Ooh, I see somebody's name down at the bottom. Shit. Not that one. I'm going to have to edit that one. Okay, let's see. It works the best when you don't have any kind of, what is it called? Like watermarks or something like that. If you can find like the free to use textures, hop on that bad boy. Okay, so something that I could use for the wall. Oh, okay, I'll just use this one. I'm wasting time. Okay, so copy. I'm going to create a brush. You come over to, let me go to done. You want to go ahead and go to brush library, go to plus sign, and then go to grain, and then edit, and then import, and then paste. So you don't have to like create a whole nother one, then bring it over. You can go ahead and paste that in. Now I like auto repeat. It'll show you what it would look like if you were trying to use it. I go to mask hardness. Now this one will already come out with white roses. This is to create the mask. I can do a mirror overlap just to give it a little difference so it doesn't look like I need it. I'm going to raise the scale up so that it looks a little bit more seamless. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then go to done. Oh, okay, so we'll take a look and see what it would look like. I'm going to change the shape source. I'm going to make this a soft brush. I always use the soft brush. Okay, done. And this is what the brush will look like. Not bad. Very beautiful. I'm going to see what it looks like the opposite way. So if I go to, because it was already started out with a white. White is going to be the color. So it inverted it. Now back to grain. Come over here to edit. Hit auto repeat. And then just tap it. And we'll see what it looks like now. Now it becomes black. Black is the part that is the color now. So like if I was using like a blue tone, the background of this would be blue and the flowers would be white or gray. And let's see if we edit the grain again. And if I do it again, you know, tap it, now the flowers will be the color and the background will be either clear or whatever color that you have underneath. That's pretty. Okay, so done. Oh, we can always label it to rose swirls. We'll call it, not properties. Alrighty. Whoops. And then done. And then I got these beautiful rose swirls. And that is what I will use on this panel down here. Let's see. When I do my shitty background here. Best way to do it. So we have that. This will be the door. And this will be the trim. Let's see. We'll do the trim first. And we'll give that maybe a tone of some sort. We'll give it white. And then I need to know what layer I'm working on. Hold up. Okay, working on the wrong layer. We'll give it, let's see if it'll let us give a new layer. Sweet. Okay. Let's use white so we can see it a little bit better. And that's good enough for government work. Alright, so I need a tone here. We'll use the rectangle tool. We'll make this one like a darker gray. And then for the planks, let's see. I'm trying to think, do I want to do individual? Oh, okay, we'll do one and we'll duplicate it. We'll do, let's see, we've got our border here. We'll switch our brush to rose swirls. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I want to do one more layer. There we go. Then we do the brush swirls on that layer. And then we'll just duplicate. And it looks like it's transparent. So black is transparent. We'll give it. Ooh, I should do wood paneling. Maybe wood paneling in between. Let's see. No, because then this is without a background. Okay, no worries. So we'll duplicate this. We'll merge them together. And we'll duplicate. Now I gotta remember to keep using this every time I do this room. And I'll merge these guys together. And then I think I'll do just another tone on the bottom here. Let's see. And then I'll merge everybody down. That way I can edit it. I'll do this. Okay. Now, this is the wall. I could probably make it bigger or make her smaller. So I'll do her details with the claw and Derek in the background. Okay, so let's see if we can make this work. Let's see, it's 6:23, so I got time. Okay, so I gotta figure out how she's reaching. And I think I want to bring this down here so it doesn't get in the way. We're going to work on her layer. Let's see, let's do let's see, we'll have the reaction shot in. Oh, now that would be cool. Okay, so if I have this face here on number 11, right here, she'll see that it's locked up there. Let's see. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll take this one, I'm going to bring this up here, and that's going to be kind of this right here, but we still need to see that she's getting grabbed. I guess I won't be able to use that one. I could make this one, oops, deselect him. This is where I want to see the lock, because she's looking up and then the lock is here. Okay, let's see if I can do that. And I wonder if I'll have to duplicate all of this. Let's see. Let's try the door first. We'll make the door. Because we'll see your hand. Crap. I don't know. Because we're looking through the door to see what's happening. Ooh, this is not supposed to be this hard. Okay, maybe if I make the door here. Crap. I won't be able to make the door. Because her hand is reaching up. Let me see if I can do this. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Okay, that's cool. I'll make that small. I guess she'll use her left hand to reach. Whoops. Yeah, this weekend I was just pretty much focused on drawing from the moment I wake up, and then, you know, I have to handle my bodily functions and whatnot. But I was pretty much just drawing sporadically all through the day. So it was really hard to try to assign, you know, a time to do a live stream. Now I could have her hand here. I have no respect for panels. You know, it'd be kind of cool is to have like a claw getting ready to, you know, in the background, like wanting to, and it gets bigger. But it's going to grab her completely. Let's see. This head is going to get in the way. I could get rid of that head. Yeah, we'll move that head down to the other. Let's see. That way I only have to draw her really 3 times. We'll bring that head down all the way here. Okay, let's get back to her. What can I do for you? Okay, so let me go ahead and clean up my lines. Oops. Oops. No chicken fingers. Okay. I want the doorknob. Come on. That's ugly. Let's see. Oh, I should have done it that way. Oops. Let's see, we'll make this like silver. Or actually, I do not have confidence of line, and this is why. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just kind of making a bit of a doorknob here. All right, good enough for government work. I'll refine it later. Maybe, maybe not, who knows? Who cares? Okay, so this whole thing here will be the door. Let's see, so what I'll do is I wonder... Let's see, so now I'll use a texture. I've created a wood texture. This is a nice one. I think I want to use two textures on top of each other. I'm going to use the wood texture that comes with the program. Let's see. And then I'm going to use my wood to smudge it. Just to get rid of the knot holes and we'll leave it just a little lit like that. It's like do 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 do. Okay, that's what she's reaching for. Let's see, we'll drop that. We'll use her skin tone. Whoops. Clear and freehand it. Let's do it this way. Well, giving her wood here. Change the brush. Just watch my textures. Okay. Now I gotta decide how I want to do her hand. Change that back to black for now. Bring that down. Oops. I forget that these guys are all on the same layer. It'd be easier if it wasn't. Shucky ducky. But let's just keep going and hope for the best. Usually if I have enough layers, I'm able to do this no problem. One thing I hate about the brush size in this is like you've got this size brush. If you bring it all the way down, you have this size brush, but they both say 1 all the way up to this point. So I wish it was a way to have it distinguish between 1, like 0, or then 1, then 2, then 3. You know, you have those numbers. You know, it jumps all the way up, but you know, it's like this brush is way different from this brush, even though they're both size 1, and I can't stay consistent like that. Oh, man. Yeah, I should have done this on another layer. That way if I make mistakes like this, there's no biggie deal. So I think what I'll do is I'll use my brush when I get ready to clean up, whoops, my lines here. Yeah, I'll have to put the door on another layer. Okay, no worries. I even created my own little skin thingy because I just got tired of having to search and to scroll and to search and to scroll and to search. That took a lot of time. So A couple things that I've learned: move your brushes, or create like a whole another favorite type of thing, so that you don't have to do so much scrolling and searching, because my brushes were under touch-ups for the skin, and then I'd come back to favorites and use my soft brush and things like that. It took up a lot of time going back and forth like that. Another one that I would keep using is my textures. I had to keep searching throughout all those textures for the textures for the clothing and crap like that. So that's one thing I learned to do, is I gotta move my brushes, the ones that I commonly use. Do this. And to make it kind of, I could have her hair coming out of the panel just a little bit. See, I want her hair wild, so I'm going to make the brush kind of big. We'll even have the panel, have it kind of falling on the panel. Oops. Now I wish I could switch between brushes like I could switch between colors. You know, like I got the black here, or the last color that I used. And then my texture, get off the wood, get off the wood, get off the wood. Okay. Bring that down. Let's do that lovely screaming face. We'll give her some eyelashes here. Yeah, I wish I wish this would have been, I would have saved this particular story for like an ongoing webcomic, and do a different one for you know, for this contest. Let's see if it'll let me do another layer. Yes. Oh, I love you. I love you, muy muy. Okay, there we go. This will be my adjustment layer. Just a temporary layer to darken up areas. Oh, it's on the wrong layer. There we go. And this is a technique that I learned from another the creator of Apple Black. His name will come to me when it doesn't matter. This is his way of doing flat shading. Oops. But what I like doing is what he does is he'll create a layer, turn it into a linear burn, and then drop the opacity. And that gives him his hard shadows. But what I like doing, he usually uses like 15. What I like doing is taking those hard shadows and softening them up a bit around the edges just a little. So it's almost like it's seamless. Make that up a little higher so it'll move. Just a little fuzzy, because just like me, just a little fuzzy. And then from here on, the shadows that I create will be about this tone. So if I use this layer, I can do the same thing elsewhere. And I like doing that with my color drawings. It gives me that variation between hard and soft tones, especially when you only have black and white you're working with. And I can go ahead and give this a darker tone. For a harder outline or harder fill. Let me just do that. There we go. And it just does a little something, something. Just makes those lines just a little harder. And it breaks up all that soft fuzziness. It's like there's a definite light coming from that that doorknob. Okay, so let's see. Let's make her pretty. Let's see, we'll use the rough skin. Drop that. Bring that. I'm going to make I don't want it to be too rough looking. I'm still using that shadow layer. I'm going to see if I can negotiate a whole nother day off to help me reach my goal here. Yeah, because I've got to fix my story, because I've definitely got to take out some stuff. Okay, I'm going to jump off that layer and come back down to this one, and eventually I'm going to merge the layers together. Throw some highlights on here. Now you can control it better if you bring this down and then you build up your tones instead of going ham and just being bright all the way through. I always forget what that acronym means. Hard as a motherfucker, that's what it was. I'm just pretty much hitting where her typical highlights would be. Just give one little ray of light here. And we'll darken up her eyes just a bit. Bring that down some, just to give it more definition. And she was so happy a few panels ago. Let's see. Now I gotta remember to zoom out so I can catch little lines and stuff like that. Bring this down. She looks a little bit like Jessica Alba in this picture. I also found out something that I did not realize, that if I want to keep the engagement up on my webcomic, I need to do a little editing or fake editing, and it'll bring me back up on the like my comic had pretty much disappeared. Let me show you something real quick. Let's see, this is all the stuff that I use for source images. La 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 la. I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, so like on Webtoons, ooh, cool, 14. Alrighty. I pretty much like disappeared. The short story contest, there's such a constant flow of people putting stuff in, and I took a break for a second. I had uploaded something. Yeah, I uploaded my chapter 3 part 1, and I'm already buried. I'm still on the first page of it, but I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I'm number 12 now, with the people who have constantly just uploading and uploading. So it's easy to get lost. So what I end up doing to put myself back up on top is, if I edit, maybe just do a little something. Like every time you make a change, it puts you back up in the selection. And then I'll just save. And then when I come back into it, I should be in there at least number 1 or 2, depending on how quick people are putting more stuff in. And it should have moved me up again. It'll move me up again. Let's see, I don't know how to, let's see, refresh. But I'll keep doing little changes or something like that every day to bring myself back up onto page 1. It's like sort by date. But yeah, like the first one that I had read is like gone. And without knowing that, you know, and there's oh, she's got a mole kind of like me. Without knowing that, your stuff gets buried. So I'm going to keep taking a look at it, maybe as I finish a page, add, update my thingy. Because I've got until, it doesn't have to be completely done right now, but I have to get it done before the 30th. Everything has got to be done before the 30th. So I'm kind of desperate. And I think I'll conclude everything in chapter 4. So on this chapter, it'll be pretty much Derek's new normal. And then from there, it becomes the climax. Which means I'm not sure what I'm going to do about my prostitute scene, or the call girl. What was she? Yeah, call girl scene. Okay, let's go ahead and clean up these lines. And every now and then I try to do a search to see if anybody's doing my level of detail, and of course they're not, because they're smart. Keep it simple. Keep it something that you could finish in an hour or 2. So the next comic that I do, I'm going to find out what my deadlines are, and then I'm going to have to adjust accordingly. But this was my very, very first, so I want to do a good job. We'll have like the tips, catch the light. It's like I wanted so much to show all the craziness that these poor ladies go through, and I wanted to show one of them fighting back, and she fought hard. But for the sake of time, I might not be able to do that. Okay, I'm trying to figure, oh, that's why. Let's see. Okay. We'll merge this down. Just got to make sure she's readable. So I'm going to throw a few more darks on here and then move on to the next panel. This arm looks wonky. Let's see, bring that down some. Her wrist is like huge. Instead of doing that, we'll put some more dark here. So she'll cast a shadow on the door. And that makes her arm pop out a little bit more. Bring this down. And kind of masks a few of my mistakes. And soften that. This is why you should move your panels closer. That way you don't have to reach so far in case of an emergency. All right. Okay. And then I can erase a little bit of what's going on in this. One less thing to worry about. Just erase a little bit of the thumbnail here. Now this right here, I'm wondering if I should make that panel bigger. Because I like the, yeah. And now I got to decide what angle do I do it at. Because it looks like, it's coming from her right here. And if it's coming from her right here, you would see it at a different angle. Like her fingers would be wrapped around it. So if I do that, crap, maybe this needs to be right here. But I want it grabbed. Okay, let's see. We'll move this head up, and then have the claw come out right here. And whoops, we'll make her a little smaller. See, that's about the right size. Now I'm trying to decide this panel here. Do I want to just do the hand? Whoops, let me let that one go. Do I want to just do the hand, or do I want to show it with the hand coming at her? This is hard. Hard. I can do the hand there. Maybe I need 4 panels. Let's see. And I was going to use the mirror as a... Let me hide this one. I was going to use the mirror to cover up her boob. Let's see, if I do 4 panels. On the 3rd panel, she touches it. On the 4th panel, we'll see her looking up. Like this one's like, why won't it open? Okay, let's see if I do the fist on this one. Do quick panel. So let's see. I'm going to merge this one down with that one. So let me see if I can do this sort of thing. It doesn't flow well, but it is what it is. So I could throw one more panel here with the why won't it open. And then the claw. So let's see if we can borrow this claw. So if I move everybody down, maybe, let's see, let me slide, oops, slide this down. Okay, so I can do 4 panels here. Why won't it open? Either I could put the why won't it open here, or I could put the why won't it open here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do the why won't it open here. All right. Okay, so let's do this fist here. Oops. Let's see. Trying to remember, do I want it to come like that? All right. I'm going to use that one brush that's really good for arms. Then we'll just kind of soften it. See, I need a little bit more hand here. I'm doing this without a source image, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a door layer. Oops. Let's see. Looks like it needs something here. I don't want to guess. Okay, I think I got it. Looking at my own hand here. Okay. Let's see, let's do a door layer here if it'll let me. I might have reached my limit. Nope. Yay. Let's see. That didn't work. All right, let's see. We're on the door layer. Whoops. Just sample from another area instead of guessing. Just kind of soften some of these lines here. Okay. See, this is what I had to go through before, just trying to find. I better be on the door layer. Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay. Just like let it smudge. All right. want it to be transparent, which would be cool. But all right. Let's see if I can whip this girl out here. I'm going to merge this one down. Let's see. I'm trying to think, do I want to move this down here or do I want to move it over here? Let's see, it's got a scroll. Let's see. I want it like right there, centered on her. Okay. Bring that down. Let's see if I can do a quick face. Oh, cancel. Do a quick face. Can I recycle? I might. Let's see. It'd look better than what I've got. Let's see. That makes sense. Why won't it open? Yeah, I could see her being like super hysterical. And then this hand kind of like banging on the door. Let me see if I can fix my lines. Bring it down just a little more. Okay. A little too big. Gotta fix that hair, but let's see, I want to get this arm in. Too bad this arm isn't the same as this arm up here. Okay, let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let's see, I want this arm up here. Now she's grabbing it. Seeing it from a different perspective from the door. Okay, so she's got her fingers wrapped around it. And then we'll throw the claw in. Oh. We'll open her eyes too. Alrighty. Gotta make sure her hands match her head, that it fits. You see a lot of people either do, like in my favorite manhwas, they always draw the men with these monstrous hands. I mean, they'd make great gynecologists, but no, the hands just, they need to match at least a little bit. I mean, I don't want anybody with Trump hands, but yeah, that'd be just ridiculous. Some manly hands. It was funny, I was watching this one video with Silent Hill, as I was doing monster research, and I was looking at my favorite monster, Pyramid Head, and I was like, he rips off this woman's clothes in one, like she had tearaway clothes, and then rips her skin off in the next action, and I'm like, that's hot. It's horrifying, but it's hot. Okay, let's grab her skin tone here. Do a quick fill. Oops, I forget. Clear, freehand. Yeah, I like doing all the grunt work on a different screen, and then bringing it into this one, resizing it if necessary, because I'd have more layers to play with, and then less likely to have you know, messing up other established layers. It'll come in on its own layer. Give me something good. Let's see, we'll just go ahead and go through. Bam. Okay, and then her hair will be, see if we can get wild. We can drop that. I like to do hair on the back layer if I'm ever getting close to the face. See if I can get another layer in. Yes. And then I'll merge it. I wonder what happened here. No. There must be something here, because it won't let me go unless there's something on my tip here. I wonder what's up right here. No glitching. Oh, that's why. Because I've got her skin, so it's not gonna let me go in front. Okay, duh, Kim. Okay, so I just pretty much wanted to be able to do this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and merge that down. Look first. No. Yes. Oh shit, it's time to go. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is where we are thus far. Let me see if I can do a quick replay. Alright, and then you can see this page from the get-go.
Yo pues no me la he visto, pero también se la recomendé a mi hija que se la vea. Entonces el otro día la llamé a mi hija y le dije, hija, porque mi hija está viendo series, entonces, hija, vete la serie 365.
Alright, so this part right here is where we were working on the monster and its loveliness. And just doing rows upon rows of teeth. Let's see if we can get in there. And then while you guys are watching, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for work. So I was deciding on making this monster female or effeminate. And I was thinking if I could at least finish this, everybody would get their own personal monster. This one's more like a lamprey. Yeah, it's a shame that this won't be finished. But if it doesn't win, I'll go ahead and maybe expand on it as a regular series until I can get this man fixed up and maybe even change the ending. Don't know. Make an alternate ending. You have your contest ending and then you have your alternate ending. I like this time-lapse replay where you can see, you know, what you've done, where you've been. When I draw, I don't remember a lot of things. Like every stroke that goes into this, I just don't remember it. But this is a good way of reminding me. So this page is halfway done. So I only have maybe 2 more panels to do, maybe throw some texture on the blanket, and then 15 more chapters to go. No, a couple more panels to go, probably about 15 more panels to go. All right, you guys, that is it. I will see you on the morrow or the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.